Welcome to the TheDPost Sports Chat. I'm Drew Rubenstein here with Todd Murray to discuss the WVU baseball. The Mountaineers are going to be hosting Oklahoma State, first Big 12 series at Holly Field in Morgantown since the school joined the Big 12 conference. Obviously played last season throughout the state, all of their home games, and their first series of Big 12 this year was also in Charleston. And Todd, we'll start off there. Coach Mazey's talked a lot about thinking that fans in Morgantown really haven't gotten a full grasp of Big 12 baseball for the simple fact that they haven't been able to experience it. What sort of buzz and excitement do you think exists right now, given what WVU has been able to accomplish over the last season and a half leading into this opener?
I think the people are looking forward to seeing some of these teams, and these are some of the premier teams in college baseball and teams that typically make regionals and advance deep into NCAA play. And we've had a few of those teams here. Notre Dame has made some regionals, so College World Series in Louisville in the past with the Big East, but top to bottom, the Big 12 is a much better baseball league, and as Coach Macy has pointed out, people kept hearing about it, and finally they're going to get a chance to see some of these teams. And Oklahoma State is 18th in the country, so WVU's going to have its hands full this weekend.
The Mountaineers looking a little bit at their season to date. They've only played one game total at Holyfield this season, so a lot of away games, and really they had things rolling until the last week here. Got swept by TCU on the road, and then went to Penn State and also lost. Bullpen woes seem to be the issue here in WVU defeats. Where is this team mentally after losing 4 straight games? Are they unsettled because of the woes in the bullpen, or are they seeming to try to keep a steady stream here, steady line?
Yeah, and talking with Coach Macy and a couple of the players, they don't seem down at all. They understand that these things kind of happen in a season. They lost, maybe a lot of people have forgotten, they lost 5 in a row in early May, and it looked like that season was kind of spiraling out of control, but they righted themselves late, and then won 2 games in the Big 12 tournament in Oklahoma City. And they've had some struggles the last few games. The offense hasn't been up to par. Starting pitching has been good, but when they've turned it over to the bullpen, games have gotten away from them there. And obviously that needs to improve this weekend.
Do you think Coach Mazey is looking to make any drastic changes with the bullpen, or is he just hoping that the personnel there will step up and someone will kind of emerge as the presence that they need?
He thinks he's got the talent there now. I wouldn't look for any big changes this weekend. Those guys just have to come in and make their pitches and do what they're capable of doing, but I don't sense in any way that Coach Macy is about to give up on any of those guys. He believes in them. He knows they're going to be a big part of the team going forward, and they have to stay positive, through this stretch.
Bigger picture-wise, now that Big 12 baseball is coming to Morgantown, up until this last week, really with the non-conference schedule, the Mountaineers seem to have positioned themselves in the discussion of early discussions for NCAA regionals. Are those still the long-term goals? Obviously, being in a Big 12 versus a Big East, this is maybe where the difference is you don't necessarily have to go out and win the conference to get into the postseason. So where are they looking at things bigger picture-wise?
Right. I mean, they're still in a very good position, and even despite this 4-game losing streak, the latest RPI, they're number 23, and as Randy Macy told me, if you told him on such and such a date they'd have the number 23 RPI, he said he would have taken it regardless of what the record is. So I mean, they feel like everything is ahead of them. They haven't really lost anything. They still very much control their own fate as far as making an NCAA regional, and they seem confident that the turnaround can start against Oklahoma State.
Last one here, Todd, is WVU starting rotation here with Harrison Musgrave, Sean Carley, and John Means. Randy Mazey's talked a lot about it. 3 very talented guys. You've watched a lot of WVU baseball, but this is the first time fans get a chance to see this 1, 2, 3 from a skill standpoint and what they're capable of doing on the mound. Just how talented are these guys, and what should fans expect?
Yeah, I don't think Coach Mazey would trade them for any other starting three in the Big 12, and that's saying a lot because there's always some very good pitching in that league. But you start off with the lefty, Musgrave, who's really tough on hitters, right-handed and left-handed. Sean Carley appears to have bounced back, nicely from his Tommy John surgery and basically missing the last 2 years. And then you got, John Means, a lefty, coming in on Sunday. He's another guy who's very difficult on batters as well. So, I mean, this is a group, and they've kept them in games. As we mentioned earlier, the bullpen has been an issue here of late, and you don't want these to have to rely on these guys to pitch 9 innings every time, but they are among the best in the Big 12 for sure.
It should be a fun weekend at Holyfield. Todd, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Please continue to check TheDPost.com for the latest on the Mountaineers. Thanks for watching.